Hello, this is my entry for Mighty Comics Guy 250 sub giveaway contest. Yeah, tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Matthew Roberts. I was born in southern Colorado, in a small town that if you blink, you drive through it. Literally, there's not much here except, movie theater and Walmart. Gotta love our little malls. I just turned 30 years old earlier last week, and I just started collecting comics months ago. I had other hobbies before, and I got into comics because I got into tattoo, because I was getting a tattoo. That's why I started collecting. That's why I started collecting. I was getting a tattoo, and I was staring at a comic that was the first appearance of the Eradicator in the Reign of Superman. It was the green collector's die-cut cover. It was a 9.2 CGC. And I was staring at it for 4 hours, thinking I just loved the green and the red. It just looked so Christmassy. I just loved it. I didn't buy it at the time because I was getting a tattoo, and I didn't have the money to spend. I figured I'd never see it again. Come back a couple weeks later to say hi to my friends who work in the shop, the tattoo shop, who also sells comics, because he loves comics. It was still there. I bought it, thinking I'll only buy one comic. I'll never buy another one. And then I figured, I have this one comic, I have to get another one. And that started the snowball effect. I just fell in love with comics then. Fell in love with the collecting. It's just, I collect because it's a form. I love to read. I've always loved to read. Ever since I've read Harry Potter in 5th grade, I've always loved to read. It was a passion. It's a world that you can dive into, full of its own problems, its own complications, but it's an alternative world that you can live in, an imagination. Like the Sorcerer Supreme said in Doctor Strange, there are infinite universes. I believe books are just another universe that we can't see physically. They exist. Our books like this exist. Every time we write a book, we create a universe. We just can't see it. We can see it in our minds, we just can't go there physically. And that's why I love, it's art, which I love. I love to paint. It's reading. I love my books. It's just, it combines everything that I love. And that's why I collect comic books. It all started with Superman. Funny I use that line because I actually used a video. I made a video about a week ago on it all started with Superman. That's literally what it is, and that's why my favorite comic book. The third thing he asked me to tell us about ourselves. I'm just a regular guy, married with kids, from a small town, still live near it. I collect comic books just because it's a mixture of art and reading, and the covers and characters or the universe that is there is just great. And my third thing he asked is my favorite comic book. Now, there are multiple comic books that I love. I have ASM 300, signed by Todd McFarlane. Amazing Spider-Man, number 43, signed by Stan Lee. And ASM 31. There are, books that I could say are much more valuable. Hundreds of dollars. That are so much more valuable. But they're not my favorite. My favorite comic book revolves around my favorite superhero. Superman. I love Spider-Man because he's the everyday guy. Superman is the ideal of what I strive for, to be better, to fly higher, to be stronger. He's sacrificed for you. My favorite comic book is Superman number 75. 9.6 CGC, The Death of Superman. There we go, a little bit better. It's a sad book, in a sense, and he dies, but he fights and gives his life, sacrificing, showing us that love and courage and compassion and everything a hero, whether he has superpowers or not, is to give your all for the people you love, people you care about, is all that you can really give in life, and that really matters. So this is my favorite, a 9.6. It was actually probably one of the first 10, if not 5. I actually think it was either the second or third comic book I ever owned was that Superman 75, because I had to get the things that were important to me, or important in my favorite storyline. Death of Superman or Reign of Superman are my favorite storylines. This is my favorite. One of the reasons why I bought The Life and Death of Superman, the novel. It's my favorite storyline about Superman. So that's my all-time favorite book. And so that's my contest entry. I hope you enjoyed it. And tune in to my other videos. And I hope you enjoy them. And I'd like to give a shout out to the Mighty Comic Books guy for your contest. And like your videos. And hope I win your contest. So, till next time, everyone. Till next time, happy collecting, and have a good night.